So talk about some of the treatments involved.
Okay, great. So there's different ways. There's cognitive ways where we're kind of looking at our mind and our thought patterns, which are really important. There's also anxiety has physical symptoms, which is kind of different than other mental health issues. People that have anxiety, their heart starts beating, you know, their breath changes, and these are all connected to the fight, flight, or freeze response. So this is a natural evolutionary response that we have. So one way that we can change our body from a very anxious state back to calm is actually through our breath. So instead of, you know, we're going to do some cognitive work, but we're actually going to use our breath to turn the calmness on.
So it doesn't always have to be medication. There are things you can do without medication that can kind of bring you down a little bit in that moment of anxiety.
Exactly. Psychologists like me, we don't prescribe medication. We do all behavioral treatments, cognitive treatments. Medications help for some people, but the best combination, if you have a mental health disorder, is therapy and medication.
And you've got a tip that you can show us right here this morning.
I do. So I want parents to learn this tip because parents need to know about their mental health. They need to deal with their own anxiety so that they can then teach their children, because parents haven't been educated either. The thing about breathing is when we tell people, take a couple of deep breaths, then your anxiety takes you off and you forget to take some deep breaths. So this is a technique that works for adults, kids. It even gets people out of panic attacks, which is a very severe form of anxiety. It's called finger tracing. So do you want to do it with me?
Sure, let's go.
Okay, so what we do is we trace our finger and we breathe along at the same time. And I'll do it kind of slowly and you can follow along.
Okay.
And you want to breathe slowly. That's the point.
That's the key.
So as you go up your finger, you inhale, you pause, you exhale. Pause. Inhale, pause, exhale. Pause, exhale. Pause, exhale.
And you're going through your whole finger, inhaling, exhaling. And we should notice that you're taking very deep breaths when you're doing this.
You want to hear yourself. You want to go slowly. And you just did one, and if that doesn't feel good, you do another. And I also tell kids, if they don't want to be sitting in school with their hand on their desk doing their breathing exercises, they just put your hand on your lap, and you can very
quietly and discreetly.
Quietly and discreetly, and nobody knows.
All right.
The best thing as well is don't do this just when you're anxious. Do this when you wake up in the morning so you can center yourself and feel calm and go back to that during the day.
I'm going to add it into my routine.
That
Dr. Laura,
sounds amazing.
thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate it.